Hello. Welcome to Wednesday Night Chat with Nick. Running a little bit behind schedule. Just finished a late dinner. Let me see. Here we are. Turn on the control room. Here we are. How's everyone's doing? It's Wednesday. Crazy storm here today. In fact, I didn't think I would be able to hold a chat today because it was thundering, lightning. I already lost power twice today, and but at least from what I can see at this very moment, the rain has stopped, the lightning and thunder has stopped. So let's cross my fingers, and we don't have to deal with this anymore for today. But one big thing is going to happen to this house in the next few weeks is I just hire a tree cutter to cut down three more trees to my house next month. So in mid-August, we will chop down three big trees. Three trees that doesn't provide much of anything useful beside about a dozen or more bags of leaves every year to rake. The biggest problem with these three trees are they are old and branches fell off constantly on our property. They have that trees is responsible for power outage in the neighborhood multiple times in the many years that I live in this address. The power company has nagged me to cut them down because it's very disruptive to the neighborhood with my trees causing power outage. The power company do send guys out and trim the branches here and there, but it's not enough. It's just crazy. But so that's gonna be the big expenses. It's gonna cost me a lot of money to cut down those three trees. That clone, hello, welcome to the chat. But yes, so my biggest expense for the next 3 months is going to be cutting down the trees. Less money for comics. I got my coffee, after dinner coffee. Hello, Dad Clone. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, Poretz. But speaking of, this is the first Wednesday chat where after the contest. So thankfully the contest is over. It's all wrapped up. I mail out the package to the top two winners. I need to get the address for Brooks, the third place, to mail out his package sometime later this week or early next week. I just haven't had a chance, been so busy. But the price is going out. Ooh, I will buy your raw FF 66 and 67 to help you fund your tree pruning costs. But that might my FF 66 and 67 will only help cut down maybe a few branches. I need the whole tree cutting down. But yeah, that's so no doubt the biggest expense. B2D, hello. I think I got something from B2D. B2D, I got an email from you saying that I checked out the video for Iron Fist 8. Haven't looked at that book in years. You might be the first person to catch the Wolverine cameo. Yes, I'm surprised. I had been aware of the Wolverine cameo in that book since, but I am way too anal about Bouchon's Burn early arts that I kind of study his stuff panels to panels very closely. So um, so excited about this new slapstick title. What's slapstick's title? Is that something new that's coming out Wednesday? I took Anthony to the LCS Saturday, and we were bummed out because the book that he wanted, Plants vs Zombies, was sold out. Bummer. So we went in there, it's gone, and we walked around and found nothing to buy, and we both left empty-handed. And Anthony's comment was, "That store stink," because it seemed like every time we go there, we can't find what we're looking for. Given that we don't have a pull list, okay, I'm sure if we have a pull list there, we probably can reserve the books just like many other people that go there. But I don't have a pull list there, and there's nothing I want to pull on a monthly basis. So other than that, I'm glad. I can't say I can't thank enough all the people that participated in the grading contest. That's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. Make no mistake, it's a lot of work for me to pull out 20 books and pick out the 20 books and scan them, do videos and all that stuff. But ultimately, it's fun. YouTube is not easy. It's work, but fun work. I think for all of us that make a lot of videos, it's it's not that simple to like put out a video. I think a lot of people that don't do a lot of videos don't realize how much work it is into putting 3 or 4 videos out on a weekly basis, even a live chat like this. That clone, yeah, you were in the hunt. You were in the hunt until the end, and that's the way that happened to me a lot in many of the grading contests that I participated. I tend to like consistent, okay, and then I ran into someone that's ultra hot. That a lot of the grading contests that I play is like like the NCAA tournament where you have head to head, sudden death, one and out kind of game. So you had to, if you lose, you lose one game, you're out. So in many of those contests, I might go from the round of 64 to the round of 32 to the round of 16 to the final 8. I'm consistent. My score is usually consistent. And then I get to the final 8 or the final 4. And then I get somebody that got crazy hot and knock me out. And then that person bomb out the next round. So I'm just like, great. You knock me out with some crazy perfect score. And then on the next round, you crap out. So yeah, that has been my luck a few times, not all the time. I finished, like I said, in the top 3 twice. Comic Book Man. I don't recall seeing Comic Book Man before, but here we go. He has a question. I understand that print run of a variant has nothing to do with the order ratio. It's not? Interesting. In many ways, I'm not surprised because, sure, when Marvel do a print run for variant, they can't just print like 50 copies or 100. They had to be like a minimum order of X amount of books. So if only 100 or 200 copies are qualified, boom, they go out. The remaining go into a warehouse. The question is, who has or who have access to those extra thousands of variant hard to find copies in the warehouse. Somebody have them, right? Yes, Sean, Gene Paul or Ace Peter, record, intro, edit, add music, ending, upload, tag, all the while having the content to show. Videos can be a kick in the gut sometimes. It is, and I don't even do 90% of what you just wrote. I record, sometime I edit. I certainly don't bother with the music. Upload, yes. Tag, I don't even bother with the tag. I'm so lazy on tagging. I figure if somebody find my video to watch, that's fine. If I have zero tags on any of my video. There is the YouTube algorithm can't seem to work. Well, I'm sure the YouTube algorithm is not working on this channel because, like I said, I don't tag anything on any of my videos. Too lazy for that. To me, recording, sometimes editing and loading, that by itself is a chore. And to be honest, I would say 1 out of 10 videos that I shot end up in the garbage because it's just so crappy. You know, sometimes you make a videos and halfway through a video, you just don't feel like, you're just not into the topic, or the phone ring, or there's a knock on the door, or it's all kind of interruption. And for me, when I'm knocked out of the flow, when I'm interrupted from the flow of what I'm doing, sometimes I lose my train of thought. So after I answer the phone, I came back, I'm like, what was I talking about? You know, so it's easy to reshoot or just forget it. Comic preacher, what are you doing here? Aren't you hard at work? I have a YouTube strategy. My YouTube strategy is, do I have one? Huh. I think my YouTube strategy is to make topic that please me first, but interest enough people. You know, I can't make a videos on topic that I have zero interest in. I'm sure I'm not alone. I can't imagine other people going through and make videos just for sake of making a video to show off something or to, I don't know. I think for most YouTubers, they have to make a video on a topic that they interest in. And then hopefully that topic is something that other people are interested in. What's up, J-Rocks? All you need is good lighting to make a decent comic book video. True, for the most part, all you need is, I'm not fancy enough to do all kind of fancy editing slide. There's a lot of YouTubers that are really, really good of editing, like Brooke from the UK. He has professional editing skills. Speaking of other members, there's a new member I want to give a big shout out to that many people may not be aware. There's a new member, AFTA, AFTA, AFTA Comics. The link is below, okay? Absolutely check out his channel. He only has 2 videos up so far, but if you watched his very first videos, it is a little glimpse of what awesomeness will, that channel's gonna have a whole lot of awesome videos coming. So if you're into vintage stuff, You will enjoy it. This hobby is filled with different people. There are people that have zero interest in back issue stuff, and then there's people that only interest in back issue stuff, like me. Okay, so for those that are interested in back issue stuff, I think After Comics channel is going to be something a lot of fun for me and you to enjoy. So if you're not um, if you have not heard of After Comics, click below, sub, and enjoy, because I think just the first two videos alone are enough to get me excited. I meant my lack of YouTube strategy. Yeah, it's the I do have a strategy. In all honesty, my strategy is to load different topics every week. You know, um, I don't shoot the same stuff. I won't load 5 videos in a row talking about comic book history. So if there is a strategy to this channel, is that I try to mix it up as far as the videos that I shot, so that they are variety. That's it. Whether that variety are still boring, is still boring to a lot of people, then it's not much I can do. But if people enjoy the variety of topics that I yap about, then for sure you will get a dose of different things. Some channels, all they do is hauls, like Musternut channel is weekly haul videos, and seem like a lot of people like that stuff. If I was gonna do just haul videos, you might see 4 videos a year. And even then, even if I combine all of the books in the 4 hauls per year, that would be less book than what Musternut show in his 30 minutes weekly video. Mike Can Fly is here. Brooke, by the holy host of Gotham, is here. Hogaf is here. Brooke, shoot me your mailing address. I can't seem to find it. I knew I had it before, but I deleted a whole lot of emails recently to make space, and I can't seem to find your shipping address for your prize of the grading contest. So if you can, please shoot me an email. I was going to shoot you an email later today after I finish this live chat, but now that you appear here, why not shoot me your shipping information. I have already shipped out the prize to the first place and second place winner. Neither one of them make videos. So unfortunately, you will not see an unboxing from either one of them, I don't think. I could be wrong about Louis Jewell. I know Louis comments here and there on other channels and my channel, but I'm not sure if Louis make videos. I had to check. If he did, I have not seen a video. He may have. If Louis has a channel with videos, it might be just a few because he's fairly new to the YouTube community. Yes, it was a surprise to see Clueless as Alice, one of Alice's favorite movie. You will be surprised to hear one of my all-time favorite movie. I bet a lot of people would not guess it. But I will have to do a video, a retro movie review. Yeah. A video that most people don't care to watch. Comic book man, what is the different money wise between purple and green label? Didn't I see this question last week? Did somebody ask this question last week? Seemed like I saw this question um, the last week or two. Unless this is comic book man Ron Chang. Sound like that's a question I heard from Ron Chang before. Yes, Brooke. The top player, Grace, picked the numbers the very day after. He must have watched the result video that day and sent me his 16 picks, and then I sent the available numbers to Louis, and Louis made his pick yesterday, and I packed everything up and shipped to them. Let me see if I need to pick up this phone. Okay. And from the caller ID, no way. I'm expecting a phone call from a client working on an important project. And so I figured if he called, I would have to pick up the phone regardless. But it is from another client. And this client, I don't care to talk to. So he's going to go on voicemail. Yes, Brooke won third place. An awesome Brooke, John. Brooke was in the middle of the pack from the first, second, and third round. On the fourth round, Brooke had the best score of all the round from everybody. He came out of nowhere and nailed one of the highest, not a perfect score, but near perfect score to jump into third place. Wowza. That was a thrilling finish for Brooke. Beer, hot liquor, or fruity drink like Zima. Beer. I'm a beer man. You didn't put wine. I like wine too. I enjoy a good glass of Merlot. I'm a Merlot kind of guy. I can go with Merlot all day long. Nick, why hasn't a live action Teen Titan been done? I think it's gold mine that hasn't been touched yet. I think there's a possibility to see a Teen Titan on the big screen. It's up to DC. I mean, DC has played around with many properties in the cartoon, and the cartoon has done very well from what I can tell. I could be wrong, but I think DC cartoon has surpassed. If there is one area that DC have done better than Marvel, is cartoon. I'm sure many people will agree with me. I hope. So maybe that's the reason why they don't need to do things on the big screen yet. Okay, I think it's still room for that. Cause iconic point thing still Magnolia is no chick flick, no The Notebook. My wife and I watched The Notebook. The Notebook is one of my wife's favorite movie, and this is how I feel about that movie. Oh, these eyes will never watch the Notebook ever again. Never. Foul Play, a good choice by John. I can tell you it's a coming of age comedy. Can anybody guess it? I will reveal it at the end of the chat or in a few minutes, but it's a teenage coming of age comedies in the 80s. Of course, it's the 80s, right? That's when I was a teenager, so it held a special place in my heart. So if anyone can guess it, that'd be awesome. Cause iconic point, Nick, do you help with estate planning? I used to. But I can give sound advice to estate planning. Okay, I can give sound advice if someone solicit advice. I can give advice for free. Uh, Nick, do you how to decide which 100 account of CCD? Um, which $100 comic is worthy to slap would have to be decided on the future. Just because something is worth $100 right now, okay? Just because something is sold on eBay right now for $100, what happened if you spend money to slap the book, but then in 2 months when you get the book back, the book crashed back down to $50? So something is worthy to slap had to be something that can hold value and go higher. If you are into quick flip, then you better flip that $100 book real quick before the market turns on that book. So if you are, this is my advice. There's a lot of people out there that like to flip hot books. If you are going to flip the current hot book, the current variant, you better spend the money for the quicker service as far as slabbing is concerned. If you go the cheap way, if you're going to say, I'm going to flip this hot $100 book, but I'm going to spend $20 instead of $40 to get it graded, and I have to wait 3 months to get the book back. Well, guess what? In 3 months, when that book is back, you might have missed it. That book may have went from 100 back down to 50 or 20, and you're screwed. Okay, so is something worth slabbing for $100 value? If it is, depends on the book. If it's a current hot book, you better do it quick and sell it quick. Sushi X, you got it. Sushi X, you picked the winner. 16 Candles. I have seen that movie a million times. A million times. I have seen that movie so many times. So many times. So, Shannon is here. Shannon is here. My goodness, today is like it's like the get together of the old guys. You got John, you got me, you got Shannon. Oh my goodness. When is the last time? This is the first time that John and Shannon is in the same chat with me. Hallelujah. Oh, Dr. Von Schiller guessed it before Sushi X. So sorry, Sushi X. Dr. Von Schiller got the guess. Yes, 16 Candle. Oh, I love that movie. My nickname in college for 4 years in college. 4 years in college. I was my roommate, my freshman year roommate in college nicknamed me the Donga. Okay, for those that know the movie. So for the next 4 years on campus, wherever I go on a daily basis, okay, I would hear a scream from across campus from one of my friends, Donga! I did not find that to be racist. I did not find it to be stereotype of any sort or insulting. I thought it was hilarious. And for 4 years, wherever I go, especially on Friday night and Saturday night at the bars, there's always a big toast to the Donga. I was the Donga. Good time. It is raining and thunderstorm like crazy at this moment. Okay, so for those that if this chat go black all of a sudden, you know why? Because I lost power. I have lost power twice already today because of this crazy thunderstorm weather that we have. Now that I'm hearing crashing and crackling and lightning outside, here come the third round. So be wary. Oh, Shannon, yes. I heard all kind of things. My roommate, my roommate in college used to tease me all the time with girls. We can be in a bar drinking. We can be in a bar drinking, right? And you know, he would go to the girls with me, and he'd be like, "You know what his name is? The Donger." And you know why they call him the Donger? oh, oh, it's good time. Good time. Yes, AG Surfer. Yes. I need to do a movie review, a retro movie review on one of my favorite movie of all time, 16 Candles. Oh, that movie has everything I ever wanted. It's funny. It touched the right spot in the heart. It's charming. It's cute. It's hilarious. It's not stupid. Okay, that's the key. The key is the key to good comedy is be able to make a funny movie without stoop down to the stupid level, and that movie has all of it. Yes, Shannon, for those that watch my live chat, it can be anything. It's my live chat is non-script, is in other chats. Okay, I don't have a script for any of these live chat, and it goes wherever the peeps want it to go. Did I ever own a Porsche 944? Scott, ask. I have never owned a Porsche, but if it's up to my son Anthony, I would. Yeah, I mean I mean the '80s Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, you name it. I mean, I like all of those movies, but something about 16 Candles that are just so good. I mean, and it has nothing to do with Dong in the movie. Okay, if Long Duck Dong is not even a character in that movie, I still would enjoy 16 Candles just as much. Okay, so for those that think that Long Duck Dong in the movie is the reason why I love that movie so much, no, he is just a little icing on the cake, a bonus. But the rest of the movie is fantastic. Can't Buy Me Love, yeah, I did Can't Buy Me Love. Sean, I can't believe that actress in Can't Buy Me Love, I can't believe that she did not explode into a bigger star. Because when I saw Can't Buy Me Love and I saw that actress, I thought she was gorgeous, have the enough talent to do something more with her career, but then she kind of, did she even make another movie? Not that I know. The Wildlife. The Wildlife. Huh. Hmm. To Live and Die in LA, oh mine. French Connection, oh mine. I how about the French Connection? What about the movie that's Is It Safe? Can anybody remember that famous line? Is it safe? What's the name of that movie? Marathon Man. Oh, I love me some Dustin Hoffman and Marathon Man. Is that the name? Is it Marathon Man? Is it safe? Is it safe? You know, the only John. I'd rather watch you than Two and a Half Men. Well, thank you. Thank you. to bring the whole comic thing, and next thunder he has going on adventure in babysitting the kids in the Thor helmet, then the meet Thor classic. Oh, another Elizabeth Shue. Oh, come on, I mean, who? Adventure in babysitting classic. Here is another 80s classic that I love, and I have watched this so many times. I know many people don't like this movie, but I love it. Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck. Come on. I love that movie. Oh, John Candy. Oh, I am out of many overweight comedian that passed away. John Candy has to be the one that hit me the hardest because I found John Candy to be so sweet, so charming, so wonderful. I can watch John Candy in any movie. I just love him. And the one movie that bring me a little tears and a little choke up every time I watch, and I watch this movie almost every year, is Plane, Train, and Automobile with John Candy. Oh my goodness. What a wonderful movie that is. That movie, if you ask me what's the perfect holiday movie, it's not What a Wonderful Life. It's not The Wizard of Oz. It's not the kind of movie that they show every Thanksgiving and Christmas. It is Plane, Train, and Automobiles. Oh. Oh, AG Surfer. Oh, that lines, the pillow. Oh, that lines get me every time. I love that line. The scene, the scene with them in bed and then those aren't pillows. Oh, I love that movie. Okay, I can watch that movie on a daily basis because it brings me so much joy. It's wonderful. I mean, that's what movies supposed to do. You see, this is to tie this in with comic books. Okay, this is why I don't give comic book movies a whole lot of good ratings, because as much as it pains me to give the majority of these movies like Thor or Fantastic Four or even Avengers a 7 out of 10, that's why I can barely watch them once or twice. Meanwhile, I can watch all of these movies on this list by all these people hundreds of times and still love it. I can barely watch Avenger 2 twice and fell asleep. Well, it's not even a contest to me as far as what's good and what's watchable. Okay, that's the thing. To me, good rating, high rating for movies is more about rewatch ability. Raising Arizona, is that the one with Nicolas Cage? The young Nicolas Cage? It's so many movies. Sean is breaking out some quotes. Aha, see, Sean, you are quoting plane, trains, and automobiles. You have good taste, my friend. Jorge is here. The wonderful artist that is known as Jorge Zarapa is here. What do you think of Edge of Tomorrow? I was okay with it. I heard they are making a sequel. I heard. I like Edge of Tomorrow. I think I give the movie something like a 7.5 out of 10. Without spoilers, okay, Jorge? Well, I guess I can spoil it. My biggest problem with the movie is the logic, as in most movies, okay? Eventually, especially with science fiction, plot holes and logic went out the freaking window. I enjoyed the movie until near the end when the female character went solo. Okay, because for the whole movie so far, the two of them go through this cycle together and advance and advance and advance and die and advance and die. And all of a sudden, when one is gone, the other one was able to achieve more than the two of them combined. It's too convenient of a leap for me to take. The only one John said, does Marvel and DC even consult the comic writers? Uh Good questions. I don't know. I I don't know. And I don't think it matters to them. I mean, like Walt Simonson appeared in the Thor movie, okay? And Walt Simonson is about as good of a modern writer for Thor that understand the Thor universe quite well, and he made a small cameo appearance in the Thor movie. Does that mean that he has any kind of input in the movies? I don't think so. Shannon say it may be kind of sappy for some, but Some Kind of Wonderful is one of my favorite 80s movies. I like that one too. I like that one too. It's not in my top. It's not 16 candle for me, but certainly if it's on the tube, I will watch it. And many of these movies that we are talking about is they popped up on the cable TV once in a while, and for sure I will sit down and watch it. The big red man said, "Do you like Star Trek?" Absolutely. I am a bigger Star Trek fan than Star Wars fan. I can hear some people gasp out there like, he said he likes Star Trek more than Star Wars. Yeah. I like both. Okay. But if I have to pick which one I like more, I would have to say Star Trek, because what I like about Star Trek is the characters that I love, from Spock to even Picard or the Klingons or the Ferengis. There's so many things of the Star Trek universe that I love. Sure, Star Wars have cooler special effect or whatever. Darth Vader is awesome, but when it comes down to it, there's not a whole lot of character in Star Wars that I love as much as the characters that I love so much and dearly, like Spock in Star Trek. Jorge said he liked Rain Man. Good movie. I have seen that movie quite a few times. And Tom Cruise did a wonderful job. So did my man Dustin Hoffman. Charlie Sheen in the Riff. That sounds familiar. Riff. Charlie Sheen. Huh. I'm sure I see a lot of movies. Yes, Sean. Yes. Say what? I need to look it up. The Wraith does not ring a bell. It sounds familiar, but Charlie Sheen, is that a science fiction movie? The Wraith. The big red man asked, how many variant of Star Wars did Marvel print? Was it like 90 something? Good taste, Nick. Man at Work. Oh, Man at Work. You mean the group, the Land from Down Under? I like 80s music. As awful as 80s music was, I like 80s music. Hey, you're talking to a guy that back in the 80s in college had spiky hair. Okay, trust me, my hair is very easy to spike, and I had serious spike going on in college. At one point, I even have the crazy spike tilt to one side, the flock of seagulls look. I look crazy. Thank God I don't have any of those pictures around. It would be horrifying to look back to see how stupid I look. Have you ever seen Dark City? Yes, I seen Dark City. I liked it. Certainly, the Matrix borrow some concept and elevate it. So I'm not gonna be hating on the Matrix, but certainly it was a cool movie. I enjoyed the Matrix a lot. Not the second. I thought the second was. The third have beautiful visual battles, but man, the story was muddled. Okay, it's the Matrix trilogy was a trilogy that could have been a lot better. It went out with a bang. The middle was a confusing mess, and it fizzled on the third part. Even though the battle scenes in the third movie was badass. Okay, nobody can dispute that battle scenes with the man bot. Those guys in this big bot and the machine gun was just cake ass. Okay, I mean, I can skip the whole movie and just watch the battle scenes because it is so kick ass. There is a yearbook somewhere with that pic. No, no. There might be some. I'm sure if I go back for a reunion and run into some old college buddies, I'm sure they may have some incriminating pictures of me with the flock of seagulls sigh. You got to understand, this is the late 80s, okay? The late 80s, where Thomas Dolby, MTV, hey, I was all into that, okay? You know, uh, I love all kind of music, so I have no shame in liking Big Country, Flock of Seagull, Thomas Dolby, uh, Devo, Buckaroo Banzai. I like that movie. Yes, I saw Buckaroo Banzai, and it was fun. I seen it twice. I'm not sure I care to see it again, but I did enjoy it the two times that I saw it enough to see it twice, but I'm not sure I would ever see it. The Wedding Singer, oh man, The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler and I forgot the actress name. It's okay. I can be honest to say that I'm not a huge Adam Sandler. Like his type of comedy, his style of comedy is not something that appeals to me. I mean, I can deal with Adam Sandler. I can handle Adam Sandler to a certain point, and I think that's why I'm not a big fan of Wedding Singers, because even though it's good and funny, to me, Adam Sandler did cross the threshold of me liking him a few times in that movie. Nick, did you have a fanny pack with biking shorts? Um, I definitely have biking shorts. I don't recall ever own a fanny pack. Okay, that I can say for sure. I'm pretty sure I don't recall ever owning a fanny pack. Tangerine Dream. What's that midget movie with time travel? No, the midget movie with time travel is um hmm, Jorge said, Nick, best action movie in my opinion is a tie between Police Story, Drunken Master, and Fury Road. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to choose as far as action movies. Oh man, for me, there's just so many. I mean, as great as a movie today is, there is a soft spot for me of all things 80s. A lot of people crap on the 80s as if it's somehow shitty or forgettable. But for me, the 80s was awesome. The 80s for me was comic books. It was great music. Yes, I like the 80s. Um, and movies, come on. Aliens? Like I said, there are the Wrath of Khan. Like I said, there are just so many things in the movie. All those John Hugh movie with 16 Can. Like I said, there are just so many things in the 80s that I love. Okay, I'd be the first to say that I love the 80s a lot more than the 90s. Okay, the 90s to me was more forgettable than the 80s. I might be in the minority. Anthony Lowney, hello. Terminator, Predators. The original Predator movie was ass kicking good. Time Bandit, yes, classic iconic. That's it. I think Time Bandit is the one with the midget time travel. Ninja exploitation era was awesome. I can't say that I know much about ninja exploitation, so I'm kind of yes. Blade Runner, Chris. Blade Runner, yeah. American Ninja 1 to 4, Ninja Domination, Karate Kid. I can say that, but for sure, American Ninja 1 to 4. Me no no. Me do not know. Lost Boys. Oh come on, who doesn't like the Lost Boys? That is the remake. Did they even try to do a remake? Maybe that was in my mind. I think they have been trying to remake the Lost Boys a few times, and maybe someday we will see a newer version of that. And then of course you had Scarface. Say someone they mentioned. The Big Red Man says still like DD. I'm not sure what you mean by DD, as in Daredevil. I think people was talking about ninja movies as the only one John. And if Jorge is still around, one thing about the 80s that I like is the precise, short, 90 minutes kind of movie. The 80s is famous for 90 minutes movie, regardless if it's action, comedy, or whatever. I think today, with the 2 hour, 3 hours nonsense, a lot of time, many movies that are 2 hours or longer are way too long with a lot of fluff that is not necessary. And it's just not fluff. It is more about special effect, okay? Because the international market crave for special effects. So today, many action movies are 2 hour plus long because they had to squeeze in 10, 15 minutes of more special effect, more explosion, more crazy stunts. And none of that add to the quality of the story. None of it. So yes, I do have a problem with modern movies in that the special effect has overtake the importance of a movie compared to good storytelling, concise storytelling, not muddle mess. Do you like Friday the 13th? In all honesty, I am not a huge horror fan. Okay, not that I don't like it, but I'm a scary watcher. Like when I watch horror movie, I'm watching like this, you know, like The Shining. Give me the creeps. I watched Friday the 13th. I saw Nightmare on Elm Street. I saw all of them. But um, I don't I enjoy them, but part of me hate them because, like I said, I watch like this with half my eyes closed. I Come in Peace is underrated. That movie ring a bell. AFTA Comic is here. AFTA Comic is here. For those that missed my shout out to AFTA Comics, check the link below. The link below is to AFTA Comics, a new YouTuber. That channel is going to blow your mind. Trust me. From what I saw in those cabinets. Woohoo! What horror movie really scared you, Nick? The only one John asked. Um, um, The Exorcist. That movie gave me the willy-nilly Jeepers Creepers feeling for a long time. Exorcist still spook me today. Okay, I have seen that movie many times, and every time I watch The Exorcist, wow, what a great movie. Okay, one of my all-time favorite horror movies for sure because it is insanely scary, insanely well directed, well acted. As far as modern movies, the one that creeped me out, unbelievably creeped me out, was I think the name is The Ring. It's the remake of the Japanese horror movie, I think, called The Ring. I can tell you, when I watched that movie, The Ring, my wife walked into the bedroom, and here I am, a grown man, under the sheet like this, because I was creeped out. So yeah, as far as modern horror, The Ring, that creeps me out for whatever reason. It's weird, It's weird that that kind of movie has such an effect on me. Like for me, seeing blood and gore doesn't really scares me. Like watching like Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, sure, the gore, the blood, all that stuff, but that's not scary like Exorcist or The Ring, where something about that psychological scare thing, it worked better for me than bloody gore. Three O'Clock High is very underrated. 3 O'Clock High, is that the movie where there was a kid that's getting bullied and he had the big guy um, that fought for him? I barely remember the name. 3 O'Clock High, but if that's the one, I like that movie too. That's another good teenage coming of age kind of movie. Tron, I was okay with Tron. I was less impressed with the movie Tron than most people for whatever reason. When Tron first came out and I went to see it, I was not blown away. Okay, I don't understand how my mind was not impressed, especially you're talking about the age of computer, of coin operating games. But for some reason, the tone of that movie The pace of that movie was just, it didn't excite me. Let me check my phone. Uh, Not the client I'm waiting for. So it's a California client that I'm waiting to hear from. So I'm hoping he's not calling me like at crazy hours because it's already 7:40, which is four. Well, it's already late. Even well, it's not late. It's not 5 o'clock yet in California, so they are still open. So Monk then said, "Debbie does Dallas." Now that is one thing that modern porn is better. Glenn Ross, good movie, powerful movie. One of gosh, I'm getting old. I I don't remember the actor's name, but the lead actor, the head sales guy in that movie, Baldwin, fantastic job. Baldwin, I think Stephen Baldwin. Oh, I'm not sure if it's Stephen. There's three Baldwin, so I never get the first name right. But Baldwin, the actor in Glenn Ross, is a wonderful actor. In fact, when he did when he did Red October with Sean Connery, a fantastic movie. I am shocked and surprised that he gave up that role so that Harrison Ford can take over for the next three movies. Make no sense to me. To me, what kind of decision, what kind of career move is that? You're at your peak of your career and you turn away a chance to play the same guy in the series of hard books? What the hell? Alec. Oh, you're right. Alec. Yeah, Stephen Baldwin is a younger, stupid brother. Jack Lemmon was very good in that movie too. That's it's as I get older, I appreciate movies like that even more. The younger me wanted action, TNA. That's typical me, younger me, just like any young male would prefer. But as I get older and rewatch many of these classics and just listen to the wonderful dialogue and good and great actings, how can you not enjoy that? Okay, how can you not enjoy that? Because that is wonderful movies. I can't believe we spent the last hour talking about nothing but movies. This is gonna be a movie chat going forward instead of a comic chat. But what do you guys think, huh? Movie chat is a lot more fun than comic book chat for me. Trust me, that is why I squeeze in movie reviews here and there, because ultimately I like movies just as much as I love comic books. Something about good movies that bring back a lot of good memories and nostalgia feelings, and it's wonderful. I can't say enough about how much I love the medium of movies as much as I love the medium of comic books. The Shining. Oh, absolutely. Jorge asked, "What's the best Jack Nicholson movie?" Mm, hmm. Huh. It it has to be one of his earlier movie. Like to me, I mean, a lot of people love him in Batman as a Joker or A Few Good Man. Those are all good Jack Nicholson role, but I like his earlier role. The name of the movie, The China Syndrome. I think with Faye Dunaway. Is that right? The name? It's been a while. It's been a few years since I saw the movie, but I did see that movie quite a few times. I thought Jack Nicholson did a fantastic job in that movie. The Hustler, The Verdict, Sundance, uh, Paul Newman, class act. Paul Newman is class act. If I had to name my favorite actors of all time, it might have to be Paul Newman because he's a wonderful actor and even a better human being. Tip salute to Paul Newman, a wonderful person. Chinatown. Ah, the China syndrome. Oh, John, thank you for bailing me out. This old mind is slipping fast. Steve McQueen. Here is a movie. If you like Steve McQueen, and if you like Dustin Hoffman, here is my recommendation. Papillon. Anybody in the chat room remember that name movie? Papillon. Papillon. That's French for butterfly. Oh, a fantastic movie by Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman. Unbelievable movie. I've seen that movie so many times. Oh my God, Steve McQueen was unbelievable. Oh, I love that movie. I love my favorite Steve McQueen movie by far. I can't say enough about. Now, I seen that movie in Vietnam when I was young without understanding a damn thing. But my dad was a huge Steve McQueen fan. And I remember how much he loved that movie. I didn't love it the first time I saw it because I was too young. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But my dad was raving about the book, raving about the movie. And then when I came to America and finally had a chance to watch Papillon again, wow, did I love that movie. Jorge, you are correct. The last great movie by Clint Eastwood is Gran Torino. I like that movie too. I like it a lot. You can't beat the good, the bad, and the ugly. Clint Eastwood Western is delissimo. We can talk about that in another chat. If people enjoy talking about movies as much as we have today, tune in next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I will have a repeat of a live chat where we focus on nothing but movies. Or Play Misty for me. Oh, Clint Eastwood was the bomb of the 70s, right? The bomb. He was, come on, even if you're a man, you still have to admit that Clint Eastwood is a handsome mofo. Okay, and his son. For those that are not up to date with what Clint Eastwood's son looked like, oh my God, his son looked just like him, so close. The apple did not fall far from the tree. My goodness, the young Eastwood is a handsome devil. Handsome devil. Platoon. As far as Vietnam War movies, that's a tough one to pick. Platoon is good. Full Metal Jacket is a powerful movie as well. Tough to watch. I mean, those movies are tough for me to watch, and it's not, when it comes down to war movies, I love them, but they are tough for me to watch regardless if it's about the Vietnam War or not. Okay, for example, Saving Private Ryan. Okay, that's the only war movie that I've seen twice in the movie theater because I was so impressed with that movie the first time. But after I see it the second time, the emotional toll on me watching the brutality of war was just too much for me to ever see the movie again. So to this day, I have not watched Saving Private Ryan again, even though I would give that movie a 10 out of 10. And the same thing with Platoon or Full Metal Jacket. It has little to do that the war is a Vietnam War movie. It's just that the brutality of the movie itself, regardless of the location, is bad enough that as much as I love those movies, it's tough, tough, tough for me to watch more than once or twice. Yes, Robert Mitchum, Clint Eastwood, Steve McQueen. You left one out. You left one out, John. There's another alpha male of the 70s. What is his name? Ah, damn it. He made a few movies with Clint Eastwood, war movie as well. What is that famous actor's name that was in Cleopatra? That was once married to Elizabeth Taylor. What is his name? But that is another male alpha of the 70s. Kirk Douglas is a big ass, badass as well. Man, what is that guy's name? Anybody? Anybody? Cleopatra husband? Richard Burton. Yes. Four-way flasher came in for the rescue. Thank you. I think Richard Burton is a badass, right? At least from all the roles that I saw him. I mean, I remember seeing him in a war movie with the young, handsome Clint Eastwood. Anyone that marry a young, gorgeous, stunning Cleopatra gotta have it. Talking about a beauty, Elizabeth Taylor in her prime. Woo, smoking. Of course, Charlton Heston is man among boys. Okay, man among boys. Okay, he's Charlton Heston is another level of awesomeness. Okay, another level from Planet of the Apes, is Shannon will agree. Who cannot recognize him as one of the great from Planet of the Apes? And Ben-Hur, El Cid. Oh my God, I can go on and on with all the classic, but the 10th Amendment, the movie that they show every Easter, Moses himself, Charlton Heston is man among boys. Well, guys, it's 7:54. It's almost time for me to say goodbyes, as I always do before 8 o'clock. It has been a hell of a fun chat because I got so many friends here today. So many, okay? A lot of fun with Shannon and Dr. Von Schiller. And for those that have missed what I said twice so far in this video, check the link below for AFTA Comic, new YouTuber, a must subscribe channel, because I can smell a lot of hot cooking going on in that channel, because you're going to see some awesome books in that channel. I can't wait. Just a glimpse of the books on the shelf alone is enough of a teaser for all of you back issue Silver Age collectors. Yes, bye, John. And I'm going to say goodbye to all the friends here. Blazing Saddles, Spaceball, so many good movies. So many good movies. Bring back the 80s. Bye. Bye, Shannon. Thank you for stopping me in. And we will repeat if people enjoy this movie chat. We have a 1 hour long movie chat today. Nothing but about movies of the 80s and some 70s. We will do this again next week because I love talking about movies. Yes, nice channel AFTA. Go check it out. Go check it out because we can talk more next week on the movies. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in and make it a fun chat for me. It's you guys that make this chat fun. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here yapping about nothing. Well, Anthony, I can talk about comic book as well if people have questions on comic books, but it seems like the hot topic du jour has been movies. There was very few. The chat today was filled with people wanting to talk about movies. So I just go with the flow, with what the peeps wants. If the peeps want to talk, if you jump in and want to ask any question about comic books, I'd be happy to talk about it. But I just go where the peeps takes me. Okay, so that's it. 7:57. Time for me to say peace out. Peace out.